Oh my God, what is wrong with the internet today? Jesus Christ. Back here in a moment. I'm not having a bad day. Barbara, I don't know where you get that from. No, I'm not having a bad day at all. Not at all. I don't know why you thought that, but no, everything's fine. Couldn't be better. I'm a little burned out and a little tired. That's about it. But outside of that, everything's just fine. So, this light should turn green in a minute. You guys will have your screen back. Or maybe you still have it. I didn't look. Yeah, you still do. Okay, some of you may have lost it, but it's going to come back. Anyway, we're here to do Pisces. Before I begin, I want to plug the intuitive candle that I'm burning for the October monthly readings. It's my number one. It's my favorite. It's Majestic Rose. And it's burning right there. You can see the pink wax. These are 100% soy-based, handcrafted candles. And when the wax melts down, you're left with beautiful reveals like my pendulum. Lilith, she's a semi-precious stone. She's a beautiful red carnelian. And there's trees of life, and there's the wrapped crystals. And I can't even begin to tell you how many different ones there are. But the reveal picks you, because as the wax melts, there's a reveal hidden inside the candle, and they're gorgeous. So anyways, if you go to intuitivecandles.com, once again, use the promo code BOFF10. It'll get you 10% off your order. It stands for Bay of Fundy Fortunes and the number one. That's intuitivecandles.com. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. They sell more. They sell all kinds of scents, and not just candles, but other things as well in the field. Do you know what I mean? I wish my light would turn green. I'm not starting until it turns green. This is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it did. Yeah, you are, Michelle. You're just in time. I just finished plugging your candle. This is Intuitive Candles here. There must be something up. Like, this is the only thing running. There's nothing else running. I don't understand what the big lag here, why everything is so slow. This light should have turned green 10 minutes ago. It was green and then we kind of lost it, so. I don't want to begin until the light turns green. Come on. There we go. Now we're up and in the running. Here we go. Here we go. So Pisces, there we go. I'm going to just get right into the shuffle here. Okay. Here we go. This is for Pisces. General reading for the month of October. October 2019. And yes, I realize today's the 1st. And yes, I realize they're a day late. You might as well say. A little on the late side. But you're still going to get the bulk of the month out of them. What's up for Pisces for October 2019? Please bring forth enlightenment, direction, guidance, insight, wisdom, love, and joy. And how to attain that, right? You know? So, you know, I bought 2 new pairs of reading glasses here because I need them. And neither one of them seem to want to sit right on my face. They feel like they're slanted. And it wasn't from the dollar store. Once from dollar store, I'm lucky to get a month out of them and they fall apart because I use them every day. So, hi Carrie, welcome. Hi Barb. Oh, thanks Barb. I'm glad you're here too. Oh yes, this is, I've already got a few done. I'm just following suit here now. I always begin with the sign's birthday month. And this month is Libra. That's where the readings began, with the sign of Libra. And then follow that with Scorpio, then Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius is where I am finished and up to. This is Pisces. So that's the order that they're going in. I'm going to cut right here. Okay. I can remember what readings I'm doing here. I forget in the middle of these and think I'm doing mini readings. I get it right off. Okay, Lilith. As this deck stands at the top 5 cards that are meant for the Pisces general reading for the month of October 2019. She's saying yes, very lazily, but she's saying yes. That's all right. Good enough. All right, I'm going to bring the camera down. Broke my bones. Overall energy. Nice. 2 of Cups. Partnership. Your second card, your wealth and finances. The Moon. La Lune. Illusion. Your third card is your hearth home. Your friendships, relationships, intimate relationships. Oh, yes. Sisters, yes, and brothers. My #1 favorite card, literally #1 in the deck. The great manifester. I love him. I do. Card #4 we're looking at here are your challenges, should there be any. And, well, that remains to be seen. 7 of Cups. Possibility. Card #5, your message from Spirit. Very important. Beautiful. Strength. Representing stability, addressing stability. So this is wonderful for Pisces, our beautiful Pisces. This is your reading for the month of October. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into it. Let me see here. There, I guess. Okay. 2 of Cups, overall energy. You're not doing the solo thing for most of October. Anything that you undertake, you know what I mean? You take on anything new that you begin, from work, projects, trips. You're doing nothing alone. You're partnered up the whole month. This may be with one person, or this could just be the way that the month plays out. that there are no projects and nothing for you to do that you can do on your own. You're going to be partnered up with somebody. So you see, the chances are somebody is like a real partner for you. The other side of this card with the Two of Cups. Here we're looking at, and the generic overall common meaning for this card is partnership to last a lifetime. Okay? That's why more times than not it ends up being a life partner in a romantic sense. This sort of thing. Some of you could just be meeting somebody new. Some you may be taking it to the next level. Somebody you've been seeing maybe, and going the next level, or at least making that attempt to go to the next level, right? But it is a time. It predicts love because it is cups, which represent the heart and emotions and all the water signs. But it predicts love and equality, a meeting of the hearts and a meeting of the minds. And that's going to benefit all your relationships. That's where the energy is. So you know what? If you run into someone or have an encounter or something like that with somebody, and it turns out to be not pleasant, it was not you. Not this time. It was not you. It was them. You've got the energy of congeniality, the energy of fairness and balance, easygoing, not sweating the small stuff, this sort of a thing. So if you have a clash or a run-in, it's not going to be your fault. I'm feeling that pretty strongly for you. So, it usually, this card normally, the Two of Cups, but brings a benefit to most relationships. Doesn't have to be just romantic, but friendships as well, family relationships and structures, all of that. But it also sometimes, for maybe one or two of you, is going to be revealing some kind of a commitment or a promise that's being made, or an agreement between the two of you. Yes, it could be engagement, it could be marriage, or just some kind of become exclusive to somebody that you have been seeing a little bit here and there, off to the side kind of a thing. And maybe saying, okay, well, why don't we see each other exclusively? Why don't we give this a try, right? Which would be an emotional investment. And some of you may go for that. Or it could be emotional investment involved in a project that you're sharing with somebody else. There are many possibilities with this card, but the magic is in two. And it's usually two coming together as one, and represents union as well of two people. This is also a card of healing. If your relationship, you're already in one, if it's been tested, testy, recently, touch and go, little spats, disagreements, if that's the way things have been going for the next little bit, this card, the Two of Cups, is here to tell you that's all going to go to the wayside. There'll be healing in there. There'll be acceptance. And it looks all good from what I can see here. All will be well. That's the sign. If you've, a little bit rocky road in your relationships of any kind. I don't mean just romantic, but work relationships, family relationships, whatever your dynamics are here. The card's showing up to say, just chill, because it's all going to be okay, which is wonderful. You can expect someone else close to you as well, for some, to show you their love. Remember, it's a general reading. That's why some of it will apply to you and resonate, and some maybe not. Know that the person declaring their affections for you or interest, that they are very sincere. They are also trustworthy, and you can depend on them. These are things, if you trust somebody and you're dependable, and you got the basis, really strong foundation here to build a nice relationship on, a nice strong one. The advice of the card: appreciate love and trust in your relationships. Remember, this is for the whole month of October. Your keywords are soulmates and karma, love, intimacy, connection, healing, and union. And that was your overall energy for the whole month of October, Pisces. So enjoy that. Okay, guys, I already took care of you. Go. I swear. Yeah, wow. I gave them a bunch of, the raw cheese. It's marble, the kind I get. And they just, the two of them, got a big feed. I said, this is so you don't come over and sit under my ass and howl your kitty howl. And he won't stop. And I don't know what he wants. I've given him everything. Doors open. You know what I'm saying? It isn't I want out. It isn't I want fresh water. It's not I want fresh food. I want fresh cheese. What else? What, you want my coffee? Do you want a cigarette to go with that? This is Stewie I'm talking to here. Stewie, you need to go lay down. I love you very much, but please, go lay down. Go lay down. No, never mind that. No. Go lay down. He's opening the mouth in a little whisper. Yeah. The eyes are half closed. Yeah. Next card, wealth and finances. We're looking at the moon, and graphically, color-wise, outside of the Magician, this is one of my favorite cards, but it's not painting a true picture. It is of two seals on two matching rocks and a crayfish in between, and then it's got the ocean, and then the moonrise, and then it's got the northern lights on either side and back, and then a sprinkling of stars behind it. And if this was real, you wouldn't see the northern lights. If you did, they'd be so faded out, and you'd never see these stars. Like that I can attest to. Because when you get the full moon, it washes everything out. It seems every time there's a meteor shower, and you know, for years I was big on astronomy. An amateur, but big on it, and I never missed anything. And I tell you, the last, I don't know how many years now, forever, when they're calling for a meteor shower, it's on a full moon, or it's cloudy and raining or foggy. We can't see them. I haven't seen a good meteor shower. It's been a long time. But this is a card about illusions, see? It's showing the perfect night, right? You've got everything. Look at the beautiful bands of ribbons of color from the northern lights, the aurora borealis, and a gorgeous full moon illuminating its beam across the water, the whole bit. But none of this is really as it appears to be. That's one of the messages about this card. Things may not be, people may not be, situations may not be as they appear to be. This is like a red flag of sorts. It is knock, knock, knock in the back of your head, right? All the spirits and the guides are going, knock, knock, knock. Is anybody home? Self-accountability, the moves that you make and decisions you make, especially financially, it doesn't matter. You got one finger pointing at someone else when things go wrong, and guess what? There's three more here pointing back towards you. You've got to take accountability and step up and say, okay, I made a mistake. That wasn't the smartest move I've ever made. These kind of things, you can't lay it on other people. Also, for some of you, if you've been preoccupied about something or someone specifically, right? The moon is watching, looks into you, watching from the side there, looks where your eyes are focused at and where your brain is. And it's like, why are you so focused in on that? And it's questioning what it is that has your attention. You've got to stop and think a little bit, not to stand in one spot running and getting nowhere during the month of October. You can make really honest, integral parts of trying to pull things together, trying to do things, trying to accomplish things, this sort of a thing. Make sure that the investment of you doesn't go to waste. If you find yourself getting nowhere fast, shut her down. Move on to the next thing or the next person, whatever it is for you. It's different for everybody. Don't waste your time. Don't get caught in an illusion where you're only getting part truths, right? Part of the truth is what I'm trying. I can never say that word, truths. October's about, for you guys, this is what's coming through here. October for you Pisces. Pisces, one of my favorite. I like people that are Pisces. They're good people. Not every one of them. There's a bad apple on every sign. but overall, the ones I've met, I've never met a bad one. I usually take to somebody that's a Pisces. There's a kindness about them, an earthiness, a gentleness about most of them. But you can't let yourself get taken advantage of here. You got to be careful, Pisces. That's what this card is all about. When it comes to relationship, the big thing with this card, and I use this analogy a lot, and let's say you're on a first or second date with somebody, and let's say you're walking on my beach. It's the night of a full moon. So around here, when we get a full moon, you don't really need a fly. If you don't, if the sky's clear and it's full, and you're viewing the whole full moon, once the moon comes up, you usually don't even need a flashlight if you were to go out, say at 2 a.m. You really don't need it. You'd bring it to scare off maybe critters or something, but you really don't, because it's the perfect. So you take the perfect summer night, and you take the full moon. And there you are with somebody who excites you, gives you butterflies, or you do it to each other maybe. But I'm feeling this for you, Pisces. This is just an analogy that you can take and fit into your own personal way of whatever's going on for you. But there you go. You're going to take a walk on the beach. A moonlit walk. The tide is all the way in, and it's slid in like a thief in the night. Very calm. Everything, even in the dark, with the full moon, you can see the moon reflecting into the cold water. Everything is smooth as a mirror. There's a soft, soft breeze. It seems to caress your skin. It's the perfect romantic summer night. You're holding hands. It is just too perfect. Can it be? Am I better to think that way? Have I become bitter that I don't believe in perfect or ideal? Or am I a fool to believe such things? You got a little bit here, a little bit there kind of thing going on. It depends who you are. It depends on, but in reality, that was the whole point of painting that picture for you. Here's what would happen in reality. Yes, you could go out on the night of the full moon, probably not need a flashlight. That's all true. If the weather's cooperative and you end up on the beach taking a line. I've got a 3/4 mile beach right here. And there's nobody but you. There's nobody else. It's all private. And you're taking a walk way up the beach. Here's the reality. The minute the mosquitoes and the moths see you coming, you're going to be picking little black legs out of your teeth, getting bit, moths getting tangled in your hair, and mosquito, you know what I'm saying? It's anything but romantic and ideal. We don't live in an ideal world. We have ideal moments. I believe that. I've experienced perfect moments. Perfect. Gorgeous. Beautiful. But living an ideal life, the perfect life, while you're living here in terra firma, no. No. Everybody has ups and downs. It's the way things are. It is called living life. But you need to keep your guard up that you're not taken in by anybody. And honestly, maybe I sound jaded or bitter, but I've been around long enough to question when it seems too good to be true. It usually is, right? I'm sorry to say that. I wish I didn't have to say that. But if you're not careful, you're going to end up on the losing end. So you need to be accountable for yourself with this card here. Let me get out your keywords and your advice. Keep your guard up, but be pleasant. Don't be rebuking people. Throwing holy water on them or something, right? Oh, my goodness sakes. This card always carries so much with it. It's just that I have to listen to spirit and the messages coming through beyond the cards. And my intuition always trumps what the cards... You know what? I could hold this up and say everything and all this stuff, and other tarot readers viewing this reading, and they do, and I do the same for them. You know what I mean? You could say, well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that at all, Natalie. It does. Yeah, it does. You want to mean whatever you want it to mean for you, and you disagree, that's perfectly fine. This is my intuition, all right, that comes through. These are quiet, whispered messages that are coming through, and when they come in, and I'm feeling them in here very strongly, It trumps over the card. I don't care what the card is. That's the way it goes. But I'm just feeling moments of caution and being careful and accountable for your own finances, your own what you put yourself through, even emotional investments going on here with this card. You just have to play it smart, is what we all want to believe in the ideal situation. Two people meet, they fall in love, two partners come together and they're financially successful. We want to believe all that. That's our goal, right? Those are goals. To have the perfect relationship, the perfect partnership, kind of a thing. And as I said, you're starting out with the partnership card, the Two of Cups here. So there's something going on. The card wants to know from you if you can see beyond illusion, if doubt and confusion threaten to overwhelm you. Can you put your feet firmly on the ground in reality, in the now, without softening the edges or sugarcoating it or pretending? Do you know what I'm saying? What is it you're going to do? You got to think about that. If this goes south and it goes sour, what am I going to do? For others in new relationships, you have to ask yourself at this point, is this going to stand the test of time? Or is this just an interlude? Right? Sometimes that's what a relationship is. Interlude, it doesn't go anywhere. That's okay. But something, anyway, your intuition could be singing, just for a few of you, that whatever situation that you find yourself in, your intuition is telling you that not everything is as it seems. Don't allow yourself to have the wool pulled over your eyes, as the saying goes. Another meaning of the card is that sometimes hidden fears and old memories will surface as you're trying to work through emotional blocks. If somebody's doing that, that goes hand in hand. You're trying to work through some emotional problems, really giving it a good go. You're very sincere about it, and other stuff starts popping up from before, and those same feelings are still attached. You got to work on those. The advice of the card: give yourself time to work out the best way forward. Your intuition holds all the answers. Pay attention to its messages through feelings and through dreams. Pay attention. That's a big flag there to your sleeping dreams and your daytime visions. The keywords are unconscious, the unconscious, doubt, decisions, dilemmas, sadness, the past, and fear. And you're going to be fine. But here's what I'm hearing. You got to walk slow. Walk tall, walk slow. Okay? Don't make yourself look like a target to those people with less scruples. Kind of a thing here. Okay, so the next card we're looking at here, and I love him so much. You guys are so lucky. I hope as a Cancer this comes up in the Cancer reading when I do it. I'd love to see him in my reading. I get so excited. It means stuff's happening. And it means I'm more empowered. That's what this card's all about, all right? And spirit coming forward, and this card coming forward to give you the Magician. And you know why? Because some of you need to start to buckle down and start to create the life that you want. What's going to fit you, right? He's here to bring you all the tools of each suit, of each season. We've got the Cups, which is all about emotions and love, heart. We've got Wands. And the wands are all about practical things in our life, like our job, where we live, our money flow, my income, your vehicle, practical things in life. It's all about business as well when it comes to wands, and usually venturing into new businesses, going into, once again, partnership with somebody here, and risk-taking. That can be fun, taking a risk. Just make sure that if you take a risk and it fails you, that it's not going to pull the rug out from under your feet in your life, kind of a thing. And then we've got Swords, and swords are all about the mind, right? They are air. What's going on up there? You know what I'm saying? And we're looking here at, with swords, the brain's like a filing cabinet. And it's like, it can be all about business, you know? And for some of you, you are truly going to be trying to reshape and remold yourself and your life as it is right now. You're looking for improvements. You're looking to do better. And he has brought all the tools of the trade. As I said, with swords, it's about things that are playing on your mind, things that you're thinking about, maybe options that you're bouncing back and forth, different avenues, which way to go when it comes to making decisions about whatever this means to you. But it's all about decisions and choices, and sometimes cleaning up the clutter in our filing cabinets, right? And the other tool that he brings to you is the pentacles, coins, deniers, whatever, which bring high creativity, tons of color coming into a person's life, all the color you want in your life. Your life doesn't have to be black and white. It doesn't have to, unless that's what you want. If that's what you want, live your life that way. But for most people, they want pops of color, which means there's all kinds of good stuff going on. Even if it's just a few things, it is colorful. It brings excitement to your life. I'm talking that kind of a color. And it, you know, and when you're real happy, it even literally changes your coloring. Your eyes sparkle, your skin glows, you're happy, you're balanced, you're satisfied. He's giving you the tools to get all of that. No matter what, I just love him, love him. And the main reason why I love him so much, he's here to remind you of this, your own inner power. Your own inner power. That's what he's all about. He's here to say, look, the tools are right here for you. You can see it in the look, in the graphics. He's got his left hand extended, and he's telling you, go ahead, help yourself, right? The tools are here for the taking. You're going to have the wherewithal and everything that you need to move forward, to create, to change, and to make your life better and more into maybe what you want it to be, how you see it, you know. He wants you to ask yourself, Pisces, what is it you can make happen? What are you capable of? That's where it all begins. That's where the once upon a time starts, and you're going to complete the rest of that story. You'll stay grounded with yourself and real with yourself. Right now, the conditions, the energies, and all of that good stuff, planets are lining up. Not literally. I don't know anything about astrology, so don't pin me on that. It's just an expression. All the planets are lining up. It'll feel that way. Because he's here to tell you and give you a nudge and remind you right now all the conditions for your future success are sitting perfectly. Now is the time to take some action. And if you take some action right now, you will meet with success. You're going to have the resources, you're going to have the talent to attract a business enterprise for some, a project, or even a trip, whatever. It's different for everybody. Above all, the magician sees you in the beautiful creative flow of your life, full of energy, full of purpose. You're like that little engine that could, the little train engine. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Climbing the mountain, poor little engine. And you would chug hard and work hard. And yeah, there'll be times like that. I'm not sitting here saying the spirit and tarot's coming in to tell you, you got an easy street here. It isn't. What you're to pick up and learn, many lessons here, but one of them being, I've got my own inner power, and I've got connection to the universe. What is it I can do? Hell, damn, I can do a lot. A lot. All right? You ask for guidance, you'll receive guidance. It's just that easy. Ask for what you want, and it'll appear. Don't stand there and demand it. Don't hold up the plans or the whole world waiting for it. Continue on. Keep doing what you're doing. This is a beautiful card. I can never say enough about that. Another thing with this card is communications. Your communication sector, Pisces, is going to get crazy, crazy busy. You may find yourself doing a lot more talking, just one-on-one or whatever, like to other people in the flesh. A lot more texting, phone calls, emails, There's going to be more. Well, if you're making things happen in your life, it kind of goes hand in hand. You're going to have to deal with different things that you don't normally deal with, and more people probably as well. So you're going to find as well that a lot of people are in support of just about anything that you get on board with. There, you've got support and people wishing you well and hoping that you succeed in whatever it is that you're doing. The advice of the card: the time is now. Take action now, and you will find success. Keywords are new enterprises, communications, energy, real high, fast energy, colorful energy, creativity, travel, money, support. Wherever you want to aim your powers at, all right? Just think of yourself as a superhero. You can take care of everybody else, but you got to take care of you too. This is a very personal card. It's all about personal investments, one way or the other, no matter which way you look at it. The next card we're looking at here is the Seven of Cups. And sevens are all about possibilities within tarot. And they're beautiful, beautiful. Sevens are, I've always, I don't know what it is about sevens. I know they're on those gambling machines and all that, but I've never been a gambler. I don't have habits like that, thankfully. And some have them really bad. But the number 7, I've always liked the number 7. It's a feel-good number to me. I don't know why. It always has been. I like the number 7. I don't know really why. I can't pinpoint anything. Anything specific. Hold on one moment. My hazelnut coffee, my late mid-afternoon coffee break, it's gotten cold. I'll just be 1 minute. Oh, I'll be able to. Got to stand before I can walk. There we go. There we go. Come on. There we go. I'll be done in a few minutes. All right, there we go. Okay, so your next card we're looking at here are challenges, possible challenges, as I said, and you got the 7. 7 of Cups. I'm not seeing really in your face kind of challenges. I don't see any tripping going on, falling, waiting, being held back. I'm not seeing anything like that, however that would pertain to you. But there's going to be a lot of choices made available to you now. When the 7 shows up, and then you need to ask yourself, where do I throw my focus? Which one? Pick one. Throw your focus in on the one that you've picked. At this point, you may have to go by intuition, fly by the seat of your pants, or wing it, because there's few facts available. Despite the possibilities and what this brings, there are few facts available to you to help you decide, to help show you which path to take, which direction to go in. You're using your imagination to fill in the blanks. Well, if this is so and that's so, then it just makes sense that this is. Dangerous. It's like walking on ice. Some spots are thin, others are thick. And you're walking blindly. You're going by pure faith alone. That's not good enough. So you've got to be mindful of that. Don't try to fill in the empty blanks with I assume. Do your own fact-finding. Do the legwork, right? And find out what you need to find out firsthand. You get it straight from the horse's mouth. You're going to save yourself a lot of time that way. A lot of time. Also with this 7, there's a little bit of danger for falling for a fantasy or something that's not real. The tarot's kind of indicating here at this time, you may not have any sense yet. For some of you, depending on what you're involved in or what you're part of, but you may not have a true sense of what is real, okay? And you could be idealizing things because that's what fires your imagination. There's nothing wrong with somebody using their imagination and looking and going, oh, can you imagine if we managed to do that? Can you imagine if I managed to do that? If I managed to go there, if I managed to finish that, if I manage, can you imagine where you're idealizing things? It is not a perfect world, okay? We can strive to create our world so that for us it's perfect, but maybe not for somebody else. We just have to watch what we're doing. Again, I'm hearing, I've been hearing this for a while. Most of the signs, you got to be accountable. There's some self-account going on here. I don't know what planet's bringing that about, but there's something about, it's time for us in October for a lot of the signs. You got to step up to the plate or pull yourself forward and take responsibility and accountability for what you say, what you do, where you go. It doesn't matter. You're responsible for self and what's coming out of here. And sometimes it's better to shut the hell up than spout a bunch of verbal diarrhea. Know the difference. Know when you're being constructive and when you're just being non-constructive. And that can cover so many different things right there. When it comes to you that have creative projects on the go, you may be awash with beautiful ideas at this time, which is your creative juices are flowing, and that's a good, healthy thing. Just remain in the real now. An additional meaning is dreams and visions, and you need to pay attention to those. Your sleeping dreams, your daytime visions. The advice of this Seven of Cups is rather than rush toward just one option, the safest thing you can do, and this is how you become accountable, is you just don't do anything in a situation. You stand back and you wait and you watch to make sure that what you're doing is the right thing and it's the right way to go for you. Just wait and see what's going to manifest as well. If you can't find information you're looking for and you're going blind, don't go blind. Sit back if you have the luxury of time on your side and see what's going to manifest. And that'll either push you in one direction or another. It's just that simple, and use your common sense. Don't read into things. It is what it is. They are what they are. All these good things. So your keywords are fantasy, confusion, choices, dreams, imagination, visions, and passion. I'm feeling there's a small handful of you, because this has come up 2 or 3 times. You're going to be experiencing some prophetic dreams while you sleep, and maybe some waking visions as well. That's coming for a few of you. The last card we're looking at here is strength and stability. This is your message from Spirit. And a nice message it is. I've always liked him. I don't know, maybe because he's ripping now. Fishing nets are made of nylon, and you can't rip you can't rip nylon. Ropes are, you just can't take and tear it apart. You cut and slice your hands all to pieces, which in reality, that's what he would be doing. But he's freeing all the fish. You see that? He's ripped that net open. That's determination. That is determination, strength, belief, assertiveness, putting himself out there. Many different things with the strength card. One of the common meanings of this card is your strength of character. Make some people squirm maybe a little bit if you stop and think about it for a moment. Yeah. Your strength of character. It's called for doing the right thing, doing the honest thing. It's not always easy. Sometimes that in itself is challenging. Some people say you just stay honest and on that road of honesty and doing everything right. And it's simple enough, but it isn't always simple enough. We're human. Sometimes we get tempted to go in the wrong direction, accept the wrong words, the wrong advice. Maybe we trust too much. That's everybody in general, right? But this card is showing patience in the face of conflict. Good for you, Pisces. Good for you. Pisces can be patient if they need to be. Yeah, there's some that can be super impatient as well. I want it yesterday, kind of a thing. But here at this time, you are going to be showing the patience that you need. You're going to be able to pull on that and rely on that in the face of any kind of conflict or anything standing in your way or blocks coming up. Make sure, though, part of the advice here is to make sure and stand your ground, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed by a situation or another person or people. If you feel this is where you're meant to be, this is the right way to go, the right direction, this is the right thing to do and follow through with. If you feel that way, then you stand your ground. You have the strength of that, the courage of your own convictions, whatever you believe is right, and staying away from what is wrong, being unacceptable of the wrong, the dark, the shadows, and only embracing and bringing in the best of the best of the best for yourself. Um, mm. Remember, there's something for you to remember. Anything that opposes you, all right, that's coming from, because it's an opposition, it's coming from a negative place, a shadowed place. Here's what you need to know. If you're experiencing something like that, something that's opposing you, remember this. It's lower than you are. You are of the light. I am of the light, right? So anything negative coming at you, know that it is lesser than you are. It's weaker than you are, all right? You're walking in the light. Light always banishes dark, always. It conquers it, always. So you could almost turn somebody to ash just by looking at them if they're carrying a darkness about them. This sort of thing. But you need to stand your ground, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed. You know, and this whatever's opposing you, it could be something internal as well. So says Tara, it could be something like fear, guilt, any other kind of emotion, anything that shakes your confidence. That could be what you're fighting against. Or it's a person who's acting in an unreasonable way, and they could be projecting their emotions onto you. You got to be careful of that too. Someone trying to intimidate you with, you know, the feelings of maybe pity, I'm hearing, getting you to feel sorry for them. They could, well, they can go the other way as well and try to put fear into you. Uncertainty, have you doubting yourself? Be very careful of that as well, and have the strength to remain standing within your own integrity, your own ethics. Stand within what you feel in your gut and in your heart is the right way to go, the right thing to do. Do that. Stand your ground. You know, don't let other people inflict this on you, or these things on you. You can keep having compassion for others as well, but you need to keep your personal boundaries strong, and you need to be refusing within yourself to let anybody take advantage of you. All right? Protect yourself. Defend yourself. The other thing is, if you stand your ground, is showing your strength of character, that you will not be moved. I'm standing here, I'm not moving, nobody's pushing me, nobody's replacing, nobody's shoving, nobody's moving me. No one's getting rid of me because I believe in this, I feel strongly about this. Then you stand there. You don't have to get negative and fight, but you just say, I'm not changing my mind on this. I'm standing my ground on this. It's important to me. Everybody else will do it. Why not you? You know, sometimes Pisces are real easy going. They're like, I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to. They will. And guess who ends up eating the other people's dust? You do. And you're left behind. Be more forward, more forthcoming. Don't be afraid to take the same stand. You have just as much right as any other person on the cosmos. All right? To move forward and to stand your ground and back up what you believe in. You'll feel very good about that. For those of you that make that successful point of, I won that one. Good, things aren't changing. That's just what I wanted, and I'm glad I stood my ground on that. Nobody can make you go against that. So the advice of the card here, stand firm, be calm, take the higher moral ground if it's called for. Do the right thing. The situation is a test of your character, and you are resilient and patient enough to withstand ongoing challenges without panic or a compromise that doesn't feel right. So you're not going to be compromising here, okay? Another thing about this card is sometimes it can show uh, for some of you, if you've been on your back, you've been off your feet, if you've been physically ill, if you've been healing, this card also shows a return to physical, mental, and emotional vitality. Go ahead and take your spot and say, I'm back, world. You better look out. I'm back. And you're going to feel it. Do you know what I'm saying? You're going to be feeling, you're on your way back physically, mentally, and emotionally if you've been gone, kind of thing. Keywords. Final words in your reading: courage and patience, endurance, risk, balance, opposition, and vitality. And that was a long reading. So that was it for you guys, Pisces. I was a good reading. I was an interesting reading. I don't know why. Like I said, though, for a lot of you, I'm feeling strength of character, being accountable, being brave. And bravery is what? That's being scared to death, standing in the face of whatever is facing and finding the courage to stand there, right? This sort of thing. I can't even see straight today. My goodness sakes. So, hello, Barclay. I'm just finishing up, just wrapping up. And you guys all that want to watch the replay, you got to give YouTube a little bit of time. They're a little, I don't know what the problem is, but they take a little while before you can watch the instant replay. But it's always there for you guys. Hi, Gail. Hey, Amanda. Welcome, Amanda. I didn't see anybody. I haven't been in this window, in the chat window. I've been over in my own where I don't see what's going off in the chat box. Thank you for being here. Are you feeling empowered? Yeah, this is about being, you know, like I said, there's this accountability thing where people have to now step up and step into what they're responsible for, what they create, what they, you know, push away, what they welcome in. But they can't turn and do this to anybody else right now. Everybody. I'm feeling that for so many different signs. And of course, it's not going to apply 100%, but it will for some, you know. Some people starting new ventures, new projects, new jobs. They're moving, they're this, they're that. You know, big change. It's easy to mess things up. And if you do, you don't beat yourself up, people. You don't do that. You treat yourself like your firstborn child. And guess what? You'll be very happy and content in your life. So, hi, Darlene Morton. Hey, Kimberly. Yeah, I'd like a thumbs up, people. Your life path number is a 7, is it, Shauna? Interesting. I like the number 7. There was something else I was just going to say. Hi, Luella. I don't know. It's October's kind of all over the place. But there's good things, but that's just it. It's whatever we want to create and bring to ourselves for the month of October. Not only that, everybody knows that during the month of October, what's going on? We may not speak about it often until the very end of the month, but the veil is thinning between here and there. Stewie, you need to go lay down. Go on. No. He's going to be pooping up a storm because he's been eating all day. Anyways, yeah. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. That way you won't miss any readings when they're posted. And for those of you that think you're already subscribed to the channel, and maybe you happen to be in YouTube and you happen to see the live, if you clue in for a second, you go, wait a minute, how come I didn't get a notification? It's because you're not subscribed anymore like you think you are. You need to go back into your own membership and see the channels where you signed up for other people's channels to be members of. And I won't be the only one missing. There will be several more. YouTube systems are still doing that. You got to keep going in. And I've been told by more than one person they've had to do this 3 times. How come I'm not seeing the monthlies from Bay of Fundy Fortunes, you know, etc.? And they go in and look, and Bay of Fundy Fortunes isn't on their list. They subscribe to it. So anyways, you need to check for that. Yeah. Right on, Jojo. You're welcome, Nemo. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. How's everything going? How's everybody doing on this Tuesday? Anyway, 5:49 here p.m. in the afternoon. I'll look different tomorrow. I'm going to get my hair and my nails done tomorrow. I'm going to splurge on me. I don't usually, as a rule, go to beauty salons. I've always taken care of my own hair and stuff. When I turned 60 in July, I said, you know what? Anytime I can spring it and get it done, I'm going to go and get other people, professionals, to do that for me now. I've been doing this my whole life. I can perm my own hair. I put the rollers in, the whole 9 yards. I can cut my own hair, color my own hair, do my own hair. But it's work, right? So the only thing I don't like is the cost. I know they have to make money, but oh my God, for a woman to go in and get a cut and a color, it's over a brown belt, put it that way. This is a big luxury for me. So, thank you, Pet Monarchy from Manhattan. Hey, Liz. Hey, Barb. Thank you, guys. And Mystery Abounds Chaos. There you go, the parent and the child. There you go. You love yourself. Correct your thinking. Chat back and forth about feeling as almost as if you're two different entities living and sharing a one common area, right? Which is you, your body. You told me no, I can't have cookies. Yeah. But that's what I'm talking about. The thing, and it's a beautiful, think about that. Take yourself. See, we're getting more comfortable with that take care of yourself first thing. It was never like that back in the day when I was growing up. Mothers, the women were the very last on the list. They were on the list at all. The family got taken care of. But we're more in tune now with the universe and the cosmos and just the magic of life. And we know now that we need to be at our very best so we can benefit other people's lives. And the way we need to get there is by taking care of our needs first, our own nurturing ourselves, so we can be the best that we can be for other people and really make a difference and touch other souls, right? So we're more comfortable with that. It's not selfish because you're shining yourself up for everybody else's benefit. It's not selfish. It's still we give and we give and we give. But now we need to take care of us first, and that's where I hit at 60. I'm going to nurture myself so I can be the last. Maybe I'll only live another 10 years. Maybe I'll only live 20. That'll put me into 80. I hope to live to be 82. That's what I'm hoping. After that, I can go to sleep anytime. But I'd love to live another 20 years. I'm in my 10th year living here in Chance, beautiful Chance Harbor. And I want to live until I'm 82, until I can't climb the stairs and they can't get me in and out anymore. I don't know. But this is what I want, and I'm trying to feed myself that. There's other things that I need to acquire in my life that are for me that'll make me a better person overall, more balanced. We really need to treat ourselves like we're our firstborn. And how do you treat your firstborn child? Very carefully, very lovingly, right? And we need to be doing more of that, much, much more of that, while staying realistic and grounded. You guys know I'm a big person on logic and being grounded and being real. It's so easy. I can do it. Let my head just float, my heart just float. Let it all float right out there, and not do anything constructive, but just let myself get out of touch. We can easily float out of touch. We've got to remember that the world is beautiful, the universe is beautiful, the universe loves us. So why don't we work with the universe more? We do need to, but we have to remain grounded and real as well. There's a fine energy in there. There you go. Everybody else is somebody's little girl, little boy. Very, very good point there. Very, very well said, Mystery Abounds in Chaos. Very well said. But that's how we really need, if the world would do that, we'd be all living in peace. Peace is so easy. It's right there. It's a choice. Peace is a choice. If we all just chose. We take our clothes off, and if we peeled the color of our skins off, we'd all get along just fine and dandy. Thank you very much. And because we see differences, it puts a degree of separation in there, or hesitation, or avoidance, because we're different, you know. But it's a beautiful thing. There's beauty in variety. And I believe that the universe really had hit on something. We're the same, but yet we're all individual, and we're all different, but yet we're all one. I believe in omni very strongly. We're all connected. I live in a beautiful place, Guy. I live in a beautiful, beautiful, rustic, rural area. I live on the water, on the mighty Bay of Fundy that brings in the highest, mightiest tides on the whole planet. Right here in my backyard, I have a 3/4 mile private beach, and I watch a tide slide in and out twice a day. Every 12 hours they come in, and then they go back out again. I'm on a migratory bird path every spring. Is an explosion of life. It's beautiful. And the moods here, when you live on the water, it's never, I can look out at that view as much as I want, and it's never the same. It's never the same. Every day is different. The lighting, the sun, the fog, the clouds, the snow, you know, a rainy day, this sort of a thing. But this is a raw, rustic place, and it's untouched by industry here where I live, and we are protected here. This is under protection of the province that I live in. There's no hunting allowed here or anything like that, not in this little stretch here. So that was another big plus for me, because I'm not, unless you're somebody that's impoverished or you're living a subsistence life, right? Then that's all part of that culture. Hunting, it's not part of mine. And I don't want to hear guns going off knowing that somebody's shooting a Canada goose or they're taking a deer down. I don't want to know about that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want any part of it, right? I'm just one of them shallow individuals. I'll go buy my meat at the grocery store. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, a natural wonder. Washington State, always want to visit. It's nice. You're not, well, I suppose you're a little ways away, you know, so a natural wonder. It is a natural wonder. It truly is. In the Bay of Fundy, because we get the tides are so high here, it's because of our uniquely shaped coastline. It's shaped like a bowl, like this. Bay of Fundy goes just like this. And here you got New Brunswick, and across the bay, you got Nova Scotia. And it's shaped like a bowl, like that. So when the tide comes in, instead of spreading out way up the coast, it doesn't do that. It funnels in and fills up, right? And there, that is why, because of it's shaped like a bowl. There's nowhere else, so it pushes the water up. And we have the highest tides in the world between here and Nova Scotia, right across the bay. Very, very unique place to live. That's very right. That's very correct. I completely agree with you, Mystery Abounds. I completely agree with you about the beauty in the difference. If you look for beauty, there's beauty there. It's a very nice thing. Oh my gosh, we're at an hour. I better get off here because I got more readings to do. Please keep the peace in, everybody, so you can share your love and your light out with the rest of the world. Next sign coming up is Aries. I'm going to take a little bit of a tiny break here, and I'm going to come right back and get into Aries. I may also be doing a mini reading tonight. For those of you who want to join in or partake, if you've got one question, you give me any donation that you feel, and I'll pull a card for you and address your question. And it's not just a yes or no. These are involved. These are involved. There's usually 10 to 15 minutes spent on each card. You get a lot of information out there. So I'll be back after a bit. It's still early here yet. 8-ish or so, maybe 3 hours from now. I don't know, maybe sooner, maybe a little later. But I'll be back to do because I've been promising for the last 3 or 4 days to do another mini reading. So we'll be doing that. Wonderful, Barbara. Where are you from? Barbara Wheel. Where are you from? Thank you very much, Guy. Much love to you as well. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for support. Thank you very much. Hello, Denise. No, that's true. No baby's born evil. Oh, you're from Montreal and Toronto. Oh, you're a local chick. You're within driving distance anyway of New Brunswick, right? So I've never been, you know that. I was never crazy to go to Toronto. I know a lot of people, those that love the city life, love Toronto. It's like a mini New York kind of thing. I've heard people say that. Because you get your different areas, you get your Chinatown, Indiatown, you know, all these different places and cultures, and it's a great big potpourri or big melting pot of different cultures. Montreal, I think I'm drawn to there because of my heritage. That's what I think. I've always wanted to see Montreal. I've always wanted to let me win a lottery so I can go shopping in Montreal. I don't know why, because I'm not a shopper. I hate shopping, but there's something about Montreal that I think I would enjoy it because everything's so different there, right? They offer things that aren't offered here in the province of New Brunswick. So, hello, Melly Yellow. I'm about to hang up here now, guys, but I'll be back in just a little bit. Little hop, skip, and jump. And we'll be back and we'll do Aries. All right. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. Hey, thumbs up for the channel, a little support. That would be really great. Always appreciate that. Montreal is romance? Yeah, I believe it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the essence of romance that's pulling me there. Maybe someday I'll get to go. I don't know. Anyway, I'll be back in a little bit, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Barb. Thank you very much. I'll be back, guys.